I am Dan Riley, got a second place at WCQ at Leeds Regional this weekend, playing PK.
All right. So what were your matchups?
So I had Invoke Dogma in the first 2 rounds, and then I played Despia and then Sky Striker, Eldritch. So I won my first 5, then I lost to Soto playing second. Got absolutely smashed in that game. It was about a 15-minute one. And then I beat Bird Up, and then Eldritch DP at the end to finish 7-1 X1.
That's not a bad showing, my friend. Okay, so should we get into the profile? That's the most important part, right? So.
Yeah, brilliant. Cheers. Right. So pretty standard lineup for PKs. So we got triple tone scales, best starter in the deck. Then we've got triple silent boots, double cloak, 1 gloves, 1 spinning greaves. So yeah, pretty standard. Wouldn't change anything for that. Worked really well. And then we've got the second best starter in the deck, possibly the first, which is Tour Guide. I see that some people want to cut this, but every time I saw it in my hand, I usually won the game. So then you got to play the BEA cards to partner with that, which really helped the deck, help you extend into Appaloosa. Then we've got the extenders, 2 Convention Knights, we've got the Danger package, and we've got the Psychic level 3s. That worked really well. Sometimes play junk forward, but didn't play it for this event.
What's your thought on Nessie in part of that Danger package?
It's not really needed, is it? Because it's not level 3.
Yeah.
Like some people don't even play Jackalope, so. But it really worked for me today. Like, it was really good.
Cool.
Seemed to get hit every time I used it though. So.
Excellent. Always the way.
Yeah, and then of course playing the DPE package. It's got the 2 boys here, which this card was just so good today. Like, I think it probably will get banned on the ban list because it just really helps the engine, keeps you going on turn 3. And then obviously played Scythe to pop with DPE, worked really well. I think I probably only got it off a couple of times because it kept getting negated, but it was good when it went off. Playing a couple of hand shots, I've got 3 Ash and 3 Nibiru. Yeah, it worked really well. I possibly would think of maybe taking a hand shot out and maybe playing more board breakers, but it did work well for the event. Moving on to spells, got the Triple Fusion Destiny. Was thinking of cutting it to 2, but left it at 3 because I think sometimes you play the hand and then if you've got Destiny in your hand, you don't have to go into 30, and it just makes the hand much stronger. We've got then Triple Droplets for breaking boards, really good because you can send your fog blades as well. Then we've got 2 E-Tellies for helping extend, and the Rotor for searching most cards in your deck.
Pretty much everything's warrior, right? So,
more or less, yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Tour Guide, yeah. And then just to finish off the traps, so we've got the PK traps, you got Triple Fog Blade. Wouldn't play less than 3, I think they're all needed. Really helps in the grind game. Got 1 Shade Brigadier, which helps for extending, also works really well with Redoer. Wings, which helps you do the break sword combo for popping in your opponent's turn. And of course, Imperial Order, got to be played in the deck, one of the best traps in the game.
Yeah. Do you think that's a ban list candidate?
Possibly, yeah, but I think it's kind of avoided it so far. I think it'll probably just keep. It's at 1, isn't it?
Konami seems to like it.
It's a bit sacky if you draw it, but it's wins the game,
right.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, if we move on to the extra deck, once again, it's pretty standard to be honest. It's got Cherubini, Rusty, got Verte, Dagda, Unicorn, Appaloosa, Access Code Talker, and then you've got to play Link Spider for the shade, and also helps with if you get Nibiru'd for extending. I probably wouldn't change anything from the Link lineup. I'd rather not play Link Spider, but you got to be honest. For XEs, we've got a 2 Break Sword, which is probably one of the best cards in the deck. You have it there, which allows you to get your cloak back from the Banish Zone. Redoer, which is really good when you actually remember to use its effect in the standby phase. And then we've got the Zeus package, Zeus and Down the Magician. And then of course the best card in the whole deck, DPE, was absolutely amazing all day. I think most decks are playing this at the moment, so it's really good.
The that Redoer thing, did that happen to come up by any chance?
Yeah, definitely. In my final round, I just kept forgetting to use it constantly, and it probably would have made the game much easier if I could actually pop a card.
Hey up.
You
won that though in the end, right?
I did, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Thank God I got away with it. So moving on to the side deck, Triple Lancia hits quite a lot of decks at the moment. Good against Flunder, hits Invoke to PK, hits a lot of decks. Eldritch as well. We've got Dart Ruler to partner with the droplets for board breaking. And then we move on to a lot of Spell and Trap 8, back row 8. So we've got Triple Cyclone, obviously really good at Eldritch and other back row decks. Triple Evenly. Then we've got a Duster and a Reboot. And then for the final card in the extra deck, it's Baba for winning in time, but didn't use it once today.
Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's always there as an option if I needed it.
Importantly, you didn't need it.
Yeah.
So
brilliant. Yeah. So that's the deck.
So that's pretty excellent. How did you find the event as a whole? I mean, you came second, right? So.
Oh yeah, it was a great event. So like, yeah, I went with I think there was about 8 of us who went. So it was a really good event. 8 rounds, so quite long, but it was in a really good venue. Really well organised by Living Realm. It was really good. So yeah, hopefully they run another regional soon.
Awesome. And with regards to your deck, what would you? I mean, were you happy with it? I mean, obviously it performed today. Would you change anything else about it, or anything about it?
I think no, it worked quite well. Like, there's possibly a few flex spots in there in the extra deck with Redo, maybe you want to put a different rank 4 in, maybe depending on the format. But no, it worked quite well. I think with an upcoming ban list, the deck might change a bit. Like if something gets hit, if Scythe stays on there, that'll be okay. But if it gets hit, maybe then the deck changes a little bit. But yeah, overall, pretty happy with the deck and how it performed.
Well, excellent. Yeah, it sounds like you did pretty well. I know you're really chuffed with your performance. So.
Yeah, it was my first regional top after a lot of close ones. So
yeah,
I'm really happy.
And it was a big one as well. So.
Yeah, massive event.
So lastly, do you have any shout outs or people you would like to thank?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank my team Imperial Order, who, we've travelled to a lot of different events over the years, so I'd like to thank them for all the testing we do as well, and also to Jester Card Shop in Cheadle, where I go for my locals on a Saturday and a Sunday. All
right, well done again, my friend, and let's keep that going, and you'll win every other regional you go to, I'm sure.
Let's see what happens. Cheers.
Bye.